After congratulating America's Got Talent judge on turning 70, Kelly Ripa caught some flack for saying, "It doesn't make any sense how gracefully he's aging." As Howie said on the March 24th episode of Live with Kelly and Mark, "What do you mean it doesn't make any sense?" Clarifying Kelly's point, her co-host Mark Consuelos added, "You look great." But the Deal or No Deal host didn't take the couple's praise as a compliment necessarily. "That doesn't mean anything," Howie said before interjecting with a pointed finger. No. I don't like that because that's a caveat because you tell someone you're 70 and they go, "You look great." In an attempt to get the compliment to resonate, Kelly chimed in, "We're not saying you look great for 70. Howie passionately interjected, "Yes, you are without saying 70, before Kelly continued, "No, we're saying you look great and I don't believe you're 70. Meanwhile, Mark stood 10 toes down on the statement, saying over the pair, "I am saying that." But here's the deal. "Don't touch me author insisted the flattery was backhanded. It's like saying, you're smart for a stupid person," he quipped, earning laughs from the audience. "Oh, you look smart, you seem smart. You see, I don't look good." But Mark wasn't budging on the compliment. "No, you do look good," he said. "You look good." And it seems Howie, dad to kids Jackie, 39, Alex, 33, and Riley, 31, with wife Terry Mandel, couldn't resist the flattery any longer as he joked, "Honestly, now I'll be serious for a minute. I am gorgeous." And Howie wasn't going to leave the co-hosts hanging on how he's achieved his good looks. After all, he shared that he's maintained his strong physique throughout the years by hanging with fitness pal Jerry O'Connell. "I swim, but this is what I do," he said before revealing how he swims stationary using cables and resistance paddles. "I swim for an hour and go nowhere." He added, "It's really good." While Howie's exchange with Kelly and Mark may be water under the bridge, keep reading for more instances that weren't as simple. Bobby, pictured second from left, addressed rumors of a falling out with Tan Middle in January 2024, 2 months after he announced his exit from Queer Eye after 8 seasons. "I want people to know that Tan and we will be fine," he told Vanity Fair. "There was a situation, and that's between Tan and and it has nothing to do with the show. It was something personal that had been brewing, and nothing romantic, just to clarify that." In March 2024, Tan responded to allegations that he had campaigned to replace Bobby on Queer Eye with his friend Jeremiah Brent. Netflix and the production companies did a full-on casting. "I didn't put my friend up for the job. They ended up getting it because they were the best person for the job," he said on Instagram. "But I didn't get them hired by getting rid of somebody else." In September 2023, while playing a game called Stir the Pot with her daughter Kelly Osbourne on News, Sharon said that 70s show alum was the rudest celebrity she had ever met, branding him a rude little boy and a dastardly little thing. He did not respond to her remarks publicly. 5 years prior, Sharon told Larry King that when Ashton appeared on The Talk in 2014, he had an attitude after she got his name wrong. He goes, "What have you done in this industry?" she recalled. "And I was like, kid, don't start with me because I'm going to eat you up and ST you out." So I was just like, "You don't know what you're dealing with, kid." In August 2022, Cassidy and Marin traded harsh words with Brittany, wife of fellow country star Jason Aldean, after she shared an Instagram reel of herself applying makeup on August 23rd, writing, "I'd really like to thank my parents for not changing my gender when I went through my tomboy phase. I love this girly life." During a 2022 TikTok challenge, Jojo Siwa described Candace Cameron Bure as the rudest celebrity, later explaining that she felt snubbed when Bure once refused to take a picture with her on a red carpet. Shortly after the dig, however, the Full House alum apologized. "I kind of broke your 11-year-old heart. I didn't take a picture with you. Ugh. I feel crummy. Jojo, I'm so sorry." The two made amends. But months later, Candace was asked if she expects the Great American Family Network, of which she serves as chief creative officer, to feature same-sex couples as leads in holiday movies. She said no, adding, "I think that Great American Family will keep traditional marriage at the core." JoJo, who came out as a member of the LGBTQ+ community in 2021, wrote on Instagram that the actress' comment is rude and hurtful to a whole community of people. Back in June 2021, Courtney Love accused Olivia Rodrigo of copying her band Hole's album cover for a promotional photo without giving credit. Olivia responded, "Love you and live through this so much." Courtney then replied, "Olivia, you're welcome. My favorite florist is in Notting Hill, London. DM me for deets. I look forward to reading your note, winking face emoji." During an appearance on Watch What Happens Live, the Happy Days actor was asked why he didn't get along with the Forrest Gump star on the set of the 1989 flick Turner and Hooch. "I was directing that movie for 13 days, and then I was called into producer Jeff Katzenberg's office, and he said, 'You have everything with you? Go home,' he said." Winkler did, however, seem to get along with Hank's four-legged co-star. "I got along great with that dog," he said. "Love that dog." He also refused to admit if he's even seen the flick. "You know what you did." Fans of The Hills will remember that iconic line, delivered by Lauren on the season 3 premiere. Their feud began when Heidi started dating her now husband Spencer Pratt, and hit its peak when Lauren accused Heidi and Spencer of starting a rumor that she had made a sex tape with then-boyfriend Jason Waller. The co-stars reignited their ongoing feud in 2017 when Tyrese publicly called out Dwayne on Instagram after the Fast and Furious 9 release date was pushed back to April 2020. That same day, it was announced that a Fast and Furious spin-off starring Dwayne and Jason Statham would hit theaters in 2019. The following month, Tyrese threatened to quit Fast 9 if Dwayne was in the movie. Tyrese then opened up about the feud, telling Van Lathan on the Red Pill podcast, "I have yet to talk to The Rock to this day, and we will have a conversation." He shared that he did have a chat with the former wrestler's producing partner, but not the actor himself. "I found myself being the messenger on behalf of various people associated to the franchise, but stupid me was the only one who went public about those feelings, which is my own fault," Tyrese said. "It's not professional, it's not cool. No more bad blood here." Taylor and Katie had been in a feud for years, their rift even allegedly inspiring Taylor's song Bad Blood. The drama, which reportedly started over a backup dancer and competing tours, came to an end after Perry sent Taylor a literal olive branch before her Reputation tour kickoff. "So I just got to my dressing room and found this actual olive branch," Taylor said in an Instagram video. "This means so much." Taylor captioned the video, "Thank you, Katie." Sex and the City co-stars Kim and SJP had dodged feud rumors for years. But they were reignited after Kim decided not to return for a third movie and made comments about her co-star that raised eyebrows. What was your reaction to Kim Cattrall telling Piers Morgan that you were never friends, just colleagues? Andy Cohen asked SJP on a September 2017 episode of Watch What Happens Live. As she explained, "Just heartbroken. I mean, that whole week you and I spoke about it because I don't know, I found it really upsetting because that's not the way I recall our experience. So, it's sad, but I always think that what ties us together is this singular experience is the thing," she cottoned. "It was a professional experience, but it became personal because it was years and years of our lives. So I'm hoping that sort of eclipses anything that's been recently spoken. That many years spent doing something so special that people had a connection with is such a privileged." And though they didn't film scenes together, Kim did make a small appearance on And Just Like That. The iconic singers have been feuding since 2004. While accepting the Classic Songwriter Award at the Q Awards that year, Elton said to attendees, "Madonna, best F-King live act. Fuck off. Since when has lip-syncing been live? Sorry about that, but I think everyone who lip-syncs in public on stage, when you pay like 75 quid to see them, should be shot." The former Grey's Anatomy star sparked a feud with the series creator in 2008 when she removed her name from the Emmy Awards consideration. The actress stated that her reason for the move was because she wasn't given the material to warrant a nomination. Shonda later opened up about Catherine's decision during an interview with Oprah Winfrey on Oprah's Next Chapter in 2012. "On some level it stung, and on some level I was not surprised," she said. "When people show you who they are, believe them. I carry that mantra with me a lot. It has served me well." It was the New York Fashion Week fight heard round the world when Nicki and Cardi got into a heated altercation at the Harper's Bazaar icon party. The following month, Cardi opened up about the catalyst for the fight with Nicki. "For a while now, she's been taking a lot of shots at me," Cardi said in W Magazine's art issue. "I spoke to her twice before, and we came to an understanding. But she kept it going." The real spark of the fight came when Cardi saw that Nicki had allegedly liked and then unliked a tweet about Cardi's parenting skills, which Nicki has denied. "I was going to make millions off my Bruno Mars tour, and I sacrificed that to stay with my daughter," Cardi continued. "I love my daughter. I'm a good ass F-King mom. So for somebody that don't have a child to like that comment? So many people want to say that party wasn't the time or the place, but I'm not going to catch another artist in the grocery store or down the block." Tension between Kanye and Taylor first started in 2009 when the stronger rapper took the stage during her acceptance speech at the MTV Video Music Awards. Years later, the two would make up and even become friends, but that came to an end in 2016 after the release of his song Famous, in which he name-checks the Endgame singer. In February 2025, one day before the Grammys, Kanye updated his Instagram to follow only Taylor. He added no further comment, and his fellow musician did not respond publicly to the move. Mariah and J. Lo's supposed feud started when the Queen of Christmas was asked to give her opinion on several singers during a 2003 German TV interview. When asked her opinion on Jennifer, she replied, "I don't know her." The studio lights flickered on one by one, casting a warm glow across the polished set of Live with Kelly and Mark. The audience buzzed with anticipation, their chatter filling the room like static before a signal locks in. Backstage, Ripa adjusted her hair in the mirror, glancing briefly at her reflection before turning to Mark Consuelos, who stood nearby with his usual calm energy. "Ready?" she asked. Mark smiled. "Always." But neither of them knew that today's show would take a turn, one that would leave the audience laughing, thinking, and maybe just a little uncomfortable. Chapter 1, A Milestone Moment. When Howie Mandel walked onto the stage, the applause was immediate and enthusiastic. 70 years old. It was a milestone worth celebrating. Mark leaned forward, grinning. "You just turned 70. Howie nodded. "Yes, I did." Kelly tilted her head, studying him carefully. "That doesn't make any sense," she said. The audience chuckled lightly, but Howie didn't. He paused. "What do you mean it doesn't make any sense?" It was a simple question, but it changed everything. Chapter 2, The Compliment That Landed Wrong. Mark jumped in quickly, sensing the shift. "You look great," he said. Kelly nodded. "Exactly." But Howie raised his hand. "That doesn't mean anything," he replied. There was a ripple in the room, something subtle but noticeable. He leaned forward slightly, pointing as he spoke. "No, no, no. I don't like that." Kelly blinked, surprised. "You don't?" "That's a caveat," Howie continued. "You tell someone they're 70, and then you say, 'You look great.'" The implication hung in the air. Unfinished, unspoken, but understood. Chapter 3, Words Under the Microscope. Kelly tried to clarify. "We're not saying you look great for 70. "Yes, you are," Howie shot back immediately. "Without saying 70. Mark laughed, raising his hands. "I am saying that. I am saying that." The audience burst into laughter. Kelly turned toward him. "You're not helping." But the moment had already taken on a life of its own. Because suddenly, it wasn't just about a compliment. It was about what people really mean when they say one. Chapter 4, The Line That Broke the Room. Howie leaned back, then forward again, finding his rhythm. "It's like saying, 'You're smart for a stupid person,'" he said. The room exploded. Laughter echoed off the walls. Kelly covered her face, shaking her head. Mark leaned back in his chair, grinning widely. "Oh, you look smart. You seem smart." Howie continued. "No, you either are or you're not." It was classic Howie. Sharp, honest, unfiltered. Chapter 5, Beneath the Humor. But beneath the laughter, there was something deeper. A truth that resonated. Because how often did people disguise assumptions as compliments? How often did praise come with invisible conditions? Kelly leaned forward again, softer now. "We're saying you look great," she insisted. "And I don't believe you're 70. Howie studied her for a moment, then shrugged. "Still sounds like a caveat." Chapter 6, Standing Ground. Mark wasn't backing down. "No," he said firmly. "You do look good. You look good." There was sincerity in his voice. Not performance. Not humor. Just honesty. Howie paused. And then, a smile. Chapter 7, The Shift. "Okay," Howie said, leaning back. "Let me be serious for a minute." The audience quieted slightly. "I looked in the mirror before I came out here." Kelly raised an eyebrow. "Oh." Howie nodded. "And I thought, I'm gorgeous." The room erupted again. The tension dissolved instantly. Kelly pointed at him. "You are a thing of beauty." Mark clapped. "There it is." Chapter 8, The Secret Behind the Confidence. "All right," Mark said. "What's your secret?" Howie sighed dramatically. "It's not what you think." "Tell us," Kelly urged. He leaned forward conspiratorially. "It's Jerry O'Connell," he said. The audience laughed. "He's got me doing this insane workout," Howie continued. "I swim, with cables attached to the wall." Kelly blinked. "Cables?" Yes. And paddles like frying pans. Mark laughed. And you go? Nowhere. Howie exclaimed. I swim for an hour and go nowhere. The audience roared. Chapter 9. The image everyone saw. It's actually good, Howie added. But it scares children. Kelly wiped tears from her eyes. I can picture that. You should, Howie said. Hotel pools, people staring. I'm just there strapped in, paddling like I'm escaping something. Mark shook his head. That's commitment. That's madness, Howie corrected. Chapter 10. After the laughter. As the segment began to wrap, the energy shifted again. Not dramatically, but enough. Kelly looked at Howie thoughtfully. You made a good point, she said. Howie shrugged. I make a lot of points. Mark smiled. Not all of them good. The audience laughed again, but this time it felt different. Warmer, more connected. Epilogue, what stayed behind. To the viewers at home, it was just another funny moment. Another clip. Another viral exchange. But for those in the room, it was something more. A reminder that words carry weight. That even compliments can reveal assumptions. And that sometimes the most meaningful conversations come wrapped in laughter. As the cameras cut and the applause faded, Howie glanced at a nearby monitor, catching his reflection. He paused.